Okay, so I guess it didn't have the extra thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new year of the same old shit. This is the Salty Spittoon. I am your host, F and Ronnie, and with me, as always.
Is Spirit the Dune?
Oh shit. Oh god damn it! I was not having fucking horns blasting in my ears for. I was not hearing
I
purr
thank
purr
you
purr purr
for that as
purr.
well.
What?
I thank you for that as well because that was. I thank you for that as well because that was really loud.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, fuck it, we'll go glorious on this bitch. But with that being said, this is the Salty Splatoon. It's 2017. Oh shit, dude. And we're back into episode 51. We've been doing this for in July it'll be 3 years, but maybe by this time we can get close to 75 before the end of the year.
I think we will.
Well, if we actually buckle down and get everything that we need to, yeah, we should be. Um But like we said, if you are new to this show, we are also live streaming live on Twitch TV backslash the Nerdport. We are actually live streaming on both Blog Talk and Twitch. The reason I'm doing this is because the Twitch one's going straight to YouTube.
Another way to access the podcast.
Yes. So we're going to be on all forums, and every podcast will, might not be on Twitch, but will be on YouTube starting this year. I am personally going to make sure that is done. So JP, you better not fuck up. Only good thing is he already shared it, so yay, he's helping.
I'm helping.
I'm helping. Oh shit.
That's what I was watching when I was texting you. By the way, I just finished the
Oh.
first part of DBZ Kai.
Oh, you were watching Kai? I'm so sorry.
It's not the WB Kai, it's the uncensored Kai where they say shit, fuck, people bleed.
WB.
Yeah, I bought the uncensored Kai. I didn't buy WB's Kai. I got like the legit where they swear, where there's blood, where Popo is actually black.
Well, I see salt.
Yeah, because WP is retarded.
Where the fuck did I?
That's why you see salt.
Yeah, well, apparently someone's fucking saying that. Yeah, the Nerdport. Jesus fucking Christ, Ben. It's there. I am literally. Obviously, it's good because I just connected to it. So how about you stop being a stupid idiot and actually click on the fucking link? Oh, with that being said, I am talking about something about the Porties, which we are doing tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Or, no, not 8, 6 o'clock, sorry.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I thought you cut out for a minute.
No, I'm good. I'm just dealing with some stupid fucking moron because he's typing in saying our Twitch is not activated during the link, but yet I just clicked on it and was perfectly fine. Cause
It happens.
it happens. Cause it helps. Anyway, let's talk to Porties. We are doing a live stream of our end of the year awards, even though it's already the end of the year.
Yeah, the year's already over.
Yeah, year's already over, but whatever. Last year's. Things like in sports, wrestling, and video games. Things like for sports, Coach of the Year. Oh, here, I'll read them all off.
Yeah, read them off. Because I
For-
actually don't know.
Okay. Well, for sports, I have this in order. I accidentally put sports early, so S-Lamp, there's no game. This is our podcast. Read the description. Jesus Christ. All right. So for wrestling, our first category is Moment of the Year. Right now in the lead is Sexy Star winning the Lucha Underground title. Next, we have Kenny Omega winning the G1. Goldberg beating Brock Lesnar. Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar in 7 seconds. James Ellsworth beating AJ Styles. And why this is on here, I have no idea. But Rick Santos and Bobby Wayward back and forth at the Wawas.
That was neither at the Wawas, so I don't.
Neither do I, and I don't really think that would count as Moment of the Year. Right now in the lead is Sexy Star winning the Lucha Underground title, though. Right now, for sports, we have Coach of the Year, Chris Peterson, Nick Saban, Jack Del Rio, Adam Geese, and that's it. Right now, Chris Peterson's in the lead.
This is for Coach?
Coach of the Year, yeah.
I don't know jack shit about coaches, so.
I voted Nick Saban. Anyway, all right, back to the wrestling one. Wrestling. Second question is Jobber of the Year. Can you take a wild guess who's in the lead in that one? Sean.
What's that?
Can you take a wild guess who is in the lead for Jobber of the Year?
James Ellsworth.
Bingo! He is in the lead, and oh my god, what the fuck, Mick Foley? Mick Foley looks like the old
doesn't he?
He looks like the old commissioner from back in the day. He looks like he did when he was in like early 2000s. All right, so here we go. For Jobber of the Year, Ellsworth in the lead with like at least 5 votes right now. But here's the other things. Jimmy Lloyd, Brian Myers, Johnny Knockout, Sin Cara, R-Truth, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Juice Robinson, and David Finlay are your other choices.
What is this for?
Jobber of the Year.
How is Jimmy Lloyd a jobber? He's barely done anything.
Because in CZW, he's technically a jobber. He hasn't, he's done good, but technically he's a jobber. Technically. All right, so next one. Tag Team of the Year. This one's interesting. Heavenly Bodies. Shocking. The New Day. The Hit Squad. The Broken Hardys. Enzo and Cass. Private Party. The Young Bucks. Defiance. Protein Pack. DIY. And God. The Gorillas of Destiny. And next is my favorite award. The Get the Fuck Off My TV award. You can see I stole that one from the Soup. I have no shame in saying that. I stole that from Wrestling Soup. Motherfuckers. Right now we have on the list Stephanie McMahon, Roman Reigns, Braun Snowman, James Ellsworth, Eva Marie, Charlotte, and Baron Snorbin. Would you like to guess which one's in the lead?
I think you said last time it was Stephanie.
Yeah, it still is. Now, okay.
Good, because I don't think Baron Corbin should be in the lead.
Corbin hasn't even gotten really any votes. Indie Wrestler of the Year. CPA. David Starr. Bobby Wayward, Leo Rush, Falaba, Greg Excellent, Desmond Xavier, Ricky Shane Page, Arcadia, Kyle the Beast, Anthony Bowens, and Joey Janela.
Of course, it feels like there's a lot of PWS guys. Or WrestlePro, I'm sorry.
Well, I kind of was debating between, like, my top 10. I had CPA and Greg Excellent at 10, but apparently CPA is in the lead. But next to David Starr. And no offense, I'm giving it to Starr over CPA. Not.
So am I.
Yeah. Women Wrestler of the Year. Asuka, Bailey, Mickie James, Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, Emma, Veda, Gail Kim, Leva Bates, Kimberly.
Who's in the lead?
Asuka. Kana, if you want to get technical.
I guess I can accept that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you'll love this. So, there's a match on YouTube. It's Kana and Kenny Omega as a tag team.
Not bad.
Yeah. All right. Number 7, TV Wrestler of the Year. I counted TV as NXT, ROH, anything that's on television. Like, that's a big name product that's on TV. So, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Nakamura, AJ Styles, Sexy Star, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, baby, Kenny Omega, and Matt Hardy. There's a lot of bias on this one because Bobby Roode's in the lead. I'm sorry, but no. We'll have our debate over this because even though I put in a vote, I'm still fighting and our 4 votes kind of matter. But Omega is only G1, only Gaijin to win the G1. What the fuck? But anyway, and then the final
deserves it.
Yeah, and then the final one is Match of the Year. All right. Star versus Strickland from Best of the Best. Okada Naito from Invasion Attack 2016. Kyle the Beast versus Bowens UWA Last Breath. AJ versus Nakamura Wrestle Kingdom 10. Ishii versus Shibata Wrestle Kingdom 10. I went with the first one. Offspray Ricochet Best of the Super Juniors. Dean versus Kevin Owens Last Man Standing match at the Rumble. Zayn Nakamura TakeOver Dallas. Leo Rush versus Sami Callihan Cage of Death 18. Oh, what do you think is number 1 on this one? I want to see what your reaction to this is.
Don't know. What is number 1?
Leo versus Sammy.
No offense, that's not going to be my number 1 when we do it.
I know what your number 1 is already. And it's on that list.
What is it?
Shibata Ishii.
Yeah. I still stand by that choice.
Do you not know? Oh my God, Ben, you're a stupid idiot.
Why? Does he not know what we're talking about?
No, he goes, I just saw, yeah, I saw the Facebook link. I need the Twitch name.
Yeah.
Like, you need the link. It's right there. Yeah, I just posted it. So, yay. All right. For sports questions. For number 2, worst game or moment of the year? Notre Dame losing to Duke at home. Seattle Seahawks versus the Cardinals tie. Chris put was one of the most boring games ever. Kaepernick taking a knee during the national anthem. The Texas Ranger. How is that the worst moment of the year? Texas Ranger versus Toronto
Which
Blue
one?
Jays, May 15, 2016, the fight. How's that the worst moment of the year? Notre Dame versus NC State, the monsoon game. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Or any loss by the Cleveland Browns. Next one is worst team of the year. We have the 76ers, Notre Dame, Cleveland Browns, the New York Jets. And the Jets are in the
Maybe I
lead.
guess the Browns are in the lead.
Nope, the
The
Jets.
Jets are in the lead. I'm surprised.
I'm not.
They couldn't have been any worse than the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns actually tried to play, though.
All right, fair point.
The Jets just gave the fuck up.
Fair point.
Yeah. Best moment slash game of the year. The Tennessee Vols versus the Georgia Bulldogs. The double Hail Mary game. The Cubs versus Indians, game 7. Army versus Navy. Wolverines versus Ohio State. Crimson Tide versus the Clemson Tigers. Last year's national title game. The Wisconsin versus Penn State. The Wildcats versus the Tar Heels, the basketball finals. Green Bay Packers versus the Arizona Cardinals. Denver Broncos versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Nittany Lions versus Ohio State Buckeyes. The Vols versus Bulldogs right now. We're in the lead. Okay, so here's a fun one. The LVP or the worst player of the year. Oh. Blaine Gabbert. Blake Bortles. The Oregon defense. The Notre Dame defense. Colin Kaepernick. Or Phil Brooks.
Punk.
Yep, or Punk. Because of the shitty fight that he put up. But Kaepernick's in the lead right now. Here we go. You'll like this. Sports team of the year. The Cavs, Steelers, Cubs, Alabama, Golden State Warriors, or the New England Patriots. Take a guess what's first.
I don't know.
Cleveland.
What's first? Cleveland? Yeah. No surprise.
And then for MVP, or most valuable player of the year, LeBron, Brady, Curry, or Jimmy Johnson.
LeBron?
Yep. It's tied between him and Brady.
I'm not surprised.
Now, for video games of the year, we start off with the worst video game of the year. Which I'm interested to see where you go, but don't tell me. I'm just reading off the nominees. So, Battleborn, Star Fox Zero, Quantum Break, Bioshock. Someone put Bioshock the Collection, shockingly. Mighty
I
Number
don't really
9.
consider that. Whatever.
Mighty Number 9. Fallout 4. Superhero Math. Pokemon Go. No Man's Sky.
All right, how the fuck Fallout 4 and Bioshock were in there? Whoever you are, you're retarded.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I have to say. You're fucking retarded.
Don't tell me till tomorrow. But I have a feeling it's between No Man's Sky and Mighty Number 9.
Battleborn was the only reason it was bad because it was marketed bad, and it came out the same time as Overwatch.
Yeah, and Star
Otherwise,
Fox
I think
Zero.
it could have done
Well,
pretty
here's the thing:
alright.
Battleborn marketing was shit. Star Fox Zero, pretty unplayable. Quantum Break, 30-minute cutscenes. Mighty Number 9, go fuck yourself. No Man's Sky.
Is No Man's
They lied
Sky.
to us, man.
They lied to us. Drink it in, man.
Yep. Next one was Fighting Game of the Year. King of Fighter 14. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Blaze Blue. Pokken Tournament. Steel Rivals. I don't even know what the fuck game that is. Street Fighter 5.
Pokken Tournament, it died so quick. It's sad. Didn't
Really
play King
did.
of Fighters. Would have liked to. I'd play King of Fighters, but Pokken Tournament is definitely the most disappointing one out of that group.
Well, no, we're going fighting
yeah.
game of the year.
I'm just saying. I know. I'm just saying. But I'd give it to Street Fighter 5. Yeah.
That's looking like it's in the league.
It's disappointing how underwhelming Pokemon Tournament was.
Yep. I mean, I kind of just threw this one in there. RPG of the year. It's kind of a giveaway. I'm actually kind of surprised that people went this one and not. I put Final Fantasy 15, Ziggurat, Jolteon, Valhalla Edition, and Dank Souls.
I'm gonna give Dank Souls.
No.
All right, thumbs up. Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Yes, and thank you, Ben, for following the channel.
I'd say Final Fantasy.
Yep, Final Fantasy got it.
But Dank Souls is not a shock either. I don't know about the rest of the other ones.
I'm not sure if you heard that, but I got Leroy Jenkins blasting in my fucking ears.
Nope, thank God I can't hear it.
Also, I just got my headphones on. I go, okay, chumps, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Now here's an interesting one. Shooter of the year.
There was one.
Yes, I made this one, so yes. Super Hot. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Titanfall 2. It's on the list, so that's why I put it on there. It's to me that's a shooter. Titanfall 2. Battlefield 1. Emox Verge. I have Dual Core, Lovely Planet, Chasing Dead, Doom, and Overwatch. I know what you're voting. I know where you're voting.
Either I'm voting Overwatch or Super Hot.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to reveal it because
What's in the lead?
It's tied.
Oh, okay.
But get ready for this. So, Indie Game of the Year, I picked Mighty Number 9, which, because I couldn't think of any other fucking indie games to put in here. Owlboy, Super Hot, Solomox, Hispo, Piesabo, I don't know. And Friday the 13th, the game. Take a wild guess which one's in the lead.
Friday the 13th?
Uh-huh.
Could have put Slime Rancher in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. Most hype game for 2017. Uncharted Lost Legacy, Sonic Mania, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Resident Evil 7, Last of Us Part 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I'm gonna guess Marvel vs. Capcom's winning.
Yeah, by a couple votes.
For me,
Now,
personally, it's probably Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania is gonna be fucking fun.
Should be.
Now, Game of the Year. Video Game of the Year. Titanfall 2. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Super Hot. Doom. Final Fantasy 15. Dank Souls. Someone put NHL 2K17. Star Fox Zero. Abduction. I told you the other two already. Was the Tokyo, was the crossover game, and Splash. Overwatch and Street Fighter 5.
What's in the lead? Overwatch?
Yeah. And then Chris threw in one for what is considered the most overrated movie this year. Nominees are Ghostbusters, Civil War, Rogue One, Magnificent Seven, and The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm sorry, my vote's going to Ghostbusters.
I don't think Fantastic Beasts was that overhyped, but it was a good movie.
Yeah. Ghostbusters was the drizzling shit.
Ghostbusters was the drizzling shits.
It is a terrible fucking movie. It literally was a rehash of the original. Just let's make the men women. And you know, Rogue One was not that overhyped. Rogue One. Ghostbusters was shoved down our fucking throats. Ghostbusters was just force fed to us. Hey, like it. We're pushing in the feminist agenda. Like it. Like it. Like it. It's the same fucking movie as the original, just with fatter women.
I just didn't think it was good. It didn't look funny. The trailers didn't make it look funny. It looked like an unfunny version of the original. I also just don't think Melissa McCarthy is funny.
No, Melissa McCarthy.
Role
Melissa McCarthy is good in small doses. Her in Hangover 3 was really good.
This feels like a similar role. Like every role I see, this one too seems very samey.
But you know, the only reason she got where she was because her fucking cousin is Jenny McCarthy. And if you know anything, Jenny McCarthy's fucking a Wahlberg.
It's all about connections in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, she killed Donnie's career, so.
Well, we all know the only Wahlberg that matters is Marky Mark.
Yes, the Funky Bunch. But those are the categories right now. We'll probably come up with some fun other ones tomorrow. Maybe as the Steel from Wrestling Soup, the Fine Sugar Walls Award. The woman that has the best look in WWE or Indies that you don't want to look at them for their talent, but you want to look at them for their talent. Eva Marie.
She doesn't have either talent.
By the way, you call those cheap implants boobs? Those aren't boobs. They're lies.
That's probably true.
Oh, God.
We don't know Vince. He likes the talent, if you will.
Yes, the talent. Even though Asuka is hotter than 90% of the other women on TV. I'm just waiting for the day they insult her for her weight because she's a little pudgy.
Who?
Asuka. Because you know that's going to happen.
Well, she's not that pudgy.
No, she's got a, but I'm saying she's got a little meat. But I'm waiting because remember, Mickey James was the exact same thing. And remember what they did to Mickey James. Because if we all remember that, this is why Mickey James went to TNA. All right. Do you want to jump into this review?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, cool. All right, so we will jump in to WrestleMania 1, which was held on March 30th, 1985 at Madison Square Garden. I think they said it was a sold-out crowd.
It looked like it.
Which...
So it'd be hard to argue.
I think was 1.2 million. Could be wrong, but I will check.
That's impressive for but I don't know if I want to say that's impressive.
For 1980,
WWF at the time,
for 1985, this was if this did not work, we would be talking about WCW right now.
I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing because late WCW was terrible, but early WCW was pretty okay. And then there's the mid-90s WCW.
But I'm saying,
early
remember,
to mid.
But what I'm saying is, remember that this was such a risk that if this failed, WWE would have went under. We would not be talking about WWE today, or we would as a nostalgia thing.
That's true.
True. Yeah,
true.
It was. Oh, Cesaro's coming out. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Event. Drew. Oh, sorry. No, it could hold 1.2 million. It did nowhere near. Okay, no. All right, that's right. It did 1.2 million closed circuit. CCTV. The venue held only 19,000.
That's still 2 million people for closed TV isn't bad.
Dude, WrestleMania 1 was only aired in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, and I want to say that's really it. In Pennsylvania, because closed circuit TV was kind of you know how Fox is stationary. You know how Fox TV, you'll get Fox New York. That was closed circuit TV for them. Whoever got Fox New York, that's the only people that got WrestleMania 1. That's insane. Oh yeah, okay. So it opens up with Mean Gene singing the Star Spangled Banner.
It was okay.
Yeah. No one is helping
worse.
him. No one was helping him though. It was just awkward moment.
Yeah, it was definitely awkward.
And then we opened up Now, dude, these notes are so old. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. I tried to I went back and rewatched it, but I didn't redo my notes. So these notes might be pretty bad. First match was Chico Santana. I mean, Tito Santana versus the Executioner. Oh God. I think this was the time Tito really didn't know what the hell was going on. He couldn't really talk on the mic. He wasn't good.
This is not what you're going to remember him for, folks.
Oh no. No.
Then again,
was...
no one remembers the Executioner, so.
He came back though. The Executioner came back during the Attitude Era.
Did anyone really care?
No, but remember, he came back with Mankind. Do you remember that?
How far into the Attitude Era was it, though?
It was like 98. It was right when Mick was getting big.
I think I'm in the middle of watching 98, but I don't know if I've gotten that far yet.
He teamed up with Paul
Bearer.
Did,
I can't remember.
He teamed up with Paul Bearer when Paul Bearer turned on The Undertaker.
Nope, don't remember it.
Okay. Oh, by the way, it also helps that this pay-per-view was like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, it was not 2 hours.
No,
Thank God.
Oh, did you notice though there were no mats on the outside?
No mats.
You don't know during the match, you don't realize the match ends. You don't hear the bell. But at the same time, Chico Santana wins with a figure 4 leg lock. I gave the match a 5 out of 10. Apparently, according to this, I'm looking at it, the time was 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Tito Santana won by submission in 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Now I need a soundbite of Arriba!
Arriba!
Arriba! Love you, Tito. And still lives in Jersey, still teaching science. Go from in the ring to substitute teaching. Go figure.
Good transition, though.
Hey, if he's going to do it, right? Yeah. What'd you rate this match?
And like a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10?
It wasn't a great start.
Oh, it only gets better. You know that, right? It's only going to get better. Because next on our list is King Kong Bundy with Jimmy Hart versus ST Jones. I could literally just read off the entire match in four words. Or no, in four moves. But first,
I could read it off in 3 words.
No, it's 4 words. It's 5 words technically. Short as shit.
Yeah. Or this match sucked. However you want to look at it, it's about one and the same. It's all really how you want to look on it.
Ben just goes, it's hard to rate something when I barely existed when this match was made. I go, well, people also tell you to go back and rewatch the old stuff, come back and hear our invites. But with that being said, King Kong Bundy had no neck.
He did have no neck. Also, you can rewatch this on WWE Network for $9.99.
Hashtag product
Whether you
placement.
want
Hashtag
to
cheap.
rewatch it or not.
Hashtag cheap plug. Hashtag pay us WWE.
No, they won't.
Oh shit. All right. Now this is the match. Bear hug to avalanche in the corner to big splash pin over 24 seconds. King Kong Bundy wins.
Yeah, it was. I'm not rating it.
I didn't even rate it either. I didn't even count this as a match. Okay. Now, tell me something. When you hear Matt
Sure.
Bourne, when you hear Matt Bourne versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, what do you actually think?
When you think Doink versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Yeah, but remember, he wasn't Doink at this time. He was crazy. What was it? It was psycho. Was it psycho Matt Bourne?
Not quite sure.
But anyway, Matt Bourne versus Ricky Steamboat. Matt Bourne was a rough and tough guy until they gave him clown makeup. You know, it was kind of like the Brooklyn Brawler, if the Brooklyn Brawler wasn't getting fucked in the ass allegedly by Pat Patterson. And the allegedly comes from Kamala. Because, you know, he's got a leg to stand on when it comes to shit like that.
Wow, wow, wow.
There you go.
If you've got money in your pocket, go back to that one.
Push
That's
it! Push it. Pull it. Push it. I gotta, you know what? Fuck it. Tomorrow, that is Song of the Week. I am going back and finding it on Cole Cabana's podcast. I am going back and finding that somewhere. And I will play that tomorrow. No, what was the other thing though? Shit. What is it? Steamboat was jacked as shit in this match.
He was a pretty big dude.
Yes. All I remember from this match was the ref was slow as shit. Like, the referee was not in place for anything. He just was, like, taking his sweet time. Kind of, I don't know if he looked like Ralphus or anything like that, but... But I believe Steamboat wins... Wait, yes. Steamboat wins with a crossbody block for the 1-2-3. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 5.5.
Okay. Now, this match is interesting because this is the match where, you know, Hulk Hogan pulled some fucking strings. Because Dave Sammartino with Bruno versus Brutus the Barber Beefcake with Johnny Valent. By the way, Ricky Steamboat's match went 4 minutes, 38 seconds. You want to guess how long this match went for?
Went for like 2 or 3 minutes, didn't it?
Nope. It went for 11 minutes and 44 seconds.
I have a piss poor memory of this pay-per-view then.
There's only one match longer than this. Take a wild guess what it is.
The main event?
Uh-huh.
The main event?
And who's in the main event? Hulk fucking Hogan. Cause you know, Hogan needs his friend to be on a long match. With Dave Sammartino at this time was very green as goose shit. I think the only reason he was on here was so they can get Bruno on. Jimmy Valiant, fucking amazing on the mic. Fucking unbelievable on the mic. I loved it. I love watching that shit. Like, him on the microphone is fucking amazing. But yet they announce Brutus the Barber Beefcake from Parts Unknown. Guess the barber shop wasn't open yet? Or was he the Zodiac?
It was the Zodiac.
Alright, well then being from Parts Unknown actually makes sense. Dave Sammartino got nothing, but Bruno gets a mighty pop. You know, 90% of this match were fucking rest holds. I guess that's just, I have no idea why. Another wrestle, straight power suplex. I think that was from Dave Sammartino. But yet the match goes 11 minutes and 44 seconds, ends in a double DQ.
Yeah, I don't know.
I rated the match a 4.5, but because Brutus, I think one of the reasons Bruno got in there, the crowd was going nuts for Bruno. But one thing that always stood out to me was every time Monsoon had a chance, he would always scream, "Someone's about to get Pearl Harbored."
Not even sure why.
Because it was a reference to Japanese and Pearl Harbor and people getting bombarded and shit like that. But it was just something like, it was funny. I just thought it was hilarious that he got away with it, even though it was 85. Still, you hear that today? Oh shit! It's just funny to hear that shit.
I'm just not sure why he shouted it. That's what I mean.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, by the way, Ben agrees that I think the first match was a 5 out of 10. Because apparently WrestleMania 1's on YouTube.
Oh my god, is it? That's actually sad.
Ben actually just...
Who would waste their time uploading that?
Ben actually just said, he goes, "I'm surprised YouTube hasn't kicked these videos off for copyright." And then he goes, "I agree, the rating as a 5 out of 10 is being accurate." I go, "Which match?" He goes, "WrestleMania 1. I go, "Oh, so the first match?"
Dude, the sad... Who wasted their time uploading that to YouTube? That's what I want.
Yeah, someone wasted bandwidth.
Oh, really? Bandwidth? Bandwidth and
Yeah, and
Red. And the brain damage. And the brain damage. And the brain damage. And the...
What are you, blind? Jesus!
seems like a waste of space to me.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You know what's funny?
On YouTube, apparently.
You know what's funny? I just went apeshit on the buttons, but yet all that worked.
About, yeah.
Yeah, it actually made sense. The next match was Greg Valentine versus the Junkyard Dog. All I said was, I don't think this match is going to last 9 seconds.
And it didn't.
Nope, it lasted longer because this match was for the IC title. How do you give this match a shorter time than How the fuck do you give this match 6 minutes and 55 seconds when you gave a fucking match that ended a double DQ 11 fucking minutes? Oh, by the way, this is for your IC title. Oh, and this also ends in a fucking count out.
Yeah, this match was stupid.
You should have said fuck the IC belt. You should have had JYD try to win a car. Oh wait. Too soon?
But possibly.
No,
Depends
it's
who you
been.
ask.
Yeah, if I ask Shiny Wizards Tony, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, car joke for JYD." I'll say this. So JYD had actually had entrance music.
He was like one of the few to have entrance music, didn't he?
Yeah, him and Hogan, I think were like the only two.
That's like weird to think now because entrance music is such like.
Oh, wait until
it's
WrestleMania
such a
5,
thing
dude.
these days.
Wait until WrestleMania 5. Like, maybe 3 matches had 2 people with entrance music.
To me, entrance music makes or breaks. I guess it doesn't make or break stuff, but entrance music is such a necessary.
Well, here's a trivia question. Who had the first entrance music? Which wrestler had the first entrance music?
No idea.
Find me Freebirds. Freebirds.
Oh, that's right. The Freebirds did, and didn't they do their own entrance music?
No, they just straight up took Freebird from Leonard Skinner.
I don't remember.
No, I'm saying they just took Freebird.
Well, no, I couldn't remember if they took Freebird or if they made their own song.
No, he even said they took Freebird.
Didn't they eventually get their own music though?
Oh no, they made Bad Street USA.
That's what it was. It was Bad Street USA. I couldn't remember.
Actually, Ben just put up a good one. He goes, "You should do a poll for best entrance music."
Best entrance music in general, or best entrance music this year?
I don't know.
Out of curiosity
I think
for you.
that out of me, it would probably be last year, but then we should do one for all. That should be a good idea. That should be a top 10. That should be a top 10 for us.
Top 10 entrance musics
of all time. Yeah.
There are some pretty obvious ones that have to be on there.
How about this? Next week, either if we do it Friday, or if we do it next Monday, which I thought we were going to do Monday.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start the video game podcast.
We could do it next Monday.
Next Monday. So then, what? Salty or video game podcast?
I think we could do the video game podcast next Monday. Next Friday, we can do Salt.
Okay. When we do WrestleMania 5, we will do WrestleMania 5 and top 10 entrance songs of all time.
I'm going on limited knowledge, so I'm gonna pick ones I know.
That's fine. It's your list.
It's not limited now, but I'm gonna go on what I know.
It's your list, so we'll go off of that. We'll go off of that next week.
That dude's one face in this Goldberg thing was my expression at the bar. I was at the Tilted Kilt by me with my buddy Alphonsus, and my expression was the first dude they showed. Everyone else went nuts. I just kind of sat there going like, what the fuck just happened?
Duh.
Dude.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get back to this. JYD had entrance music. Jimmy. Oh, not Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy Hart was with him, right? Yeah, Jimmy Hart had a sick fucking mullet.
Yeah, it was Jimmy Hart. Doesn't he still have that mullet though?
Yes, he does. Greg the Hammer Valentine is working the figure 4 leg lock. Did he have? I forget. Did he have the shin guard at this time?
I don't think so.
Because that's a thing.
I don't remember seeing one.
That was always a thing for him. He had a shin guard on, and he would flip it around the other way. And he would flip it around the other way to put more pressure on the figure 4 leg lock.
I don't think he did. I don't remember hearing, because you have to assume that Monsoon would have flipped out, so I didn't remember hearing him saying anything.
Sorry. Hammer Valentine had the foot on the second rope. Oh, the monster headbutt from JYD. The monster headbutt from JYD. But JYD wins by knocking him the fuck out. And wins and loses by count out. Match ended 6 minutes and 50. Yeah. Match ended 6 minutes, 55 seconds. I actually gave this a match a 7 out of 10. It was actually not bad.
No, this was a fun match to watch. I gave it a 7.5.
For old wrestling, it was actually a lot of fun to watch.
Some of it was silly, but it was a good match nonetheless.
Yes. Match number 6 for the tag team titles: Sheiky Baby and Vladimir and Nikolai Volkov versus the U.S. Express, Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham, with Cap and Lou, with Super Mario himself, with Miss Cynthia Kumquat. By the way, that was actually a thing. I'm not sure if you ever remember that. Have you ever seen that promo?
No, I haven't.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Cynthia Kumquat. That's all I got to say.
That sounds horrifying.
It is. All I put is the ref is not on his game. Sheiky Baby. I gotta love Sheiky Baby. Vladimir.
He's so great.
Yeah, Vladimir looks hard, or Nikolai looks hard as fuck. Just ready to fuck somebody up.
I mean, like stiff?
Oh, yeah, but he also looked like he was ready to fuck somebody up.
Yeah, he always looked good, but they both of them always looked ready to fuck someone
But at
up.
the same time, but here's the thing. At the same time, he looked in terrible shape. Nikolai.
Yeah, he did. I think it's that villainous look they have to them that makes them like, yeah.
Sheiky Baby was ridiculously. Sheiky was strong as shit.
No, you think?
Yeah.
He didn't look jacked, but you could tell he was strong.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a good question for you. Go fantasy booking. Strowman versus Sheik.
In what type of match?
Submission match.
Submission?
Yeah.
Does Strowman even have any submissions?
Yes. The bear hug and the coquina clutch. The half when he was with when he was with the Wyatts, he had the half Nelson. he had the half Nelson sleeper.
That's hard to say, honestly.
I might actually go Sheik.
I'm thinking that's what I was thinking. Like as much as Strowman's good, I was thinking Shiki baby.
Oh God. Yeah, don't kill Sami Zayn. He needs to be on 205 Live later.
Which apparently they filmed pre-SmackDown.
No, well, they might have changed that. Yeah. By the way, so allegedly, so this was supposed to 205 Live was supposed to be evolved. But they didn't want to air
Probably
200, but they didn't want to air a gym with 250 people in it.
kind of makes sense.
Yep. So
Would you
Vince
really want
decided.
to?
So Vince then decided to take it and put it somewhere else and put it wherever. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I don't think the tag was supposed to happen. But then the drop kick and the bulldog, ref doesn't see that the cane was used by Freddie Blassie. And there's new champs at this time. There's new tag champs. I like the match. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it was good. 7 out of 10. I can't disagree. These were like these two matches are worth at least. I think the last two we said were worth probably watching.
Yeah, and then the main, and also the main event.
I think the main event has its own kind of shine to it.
Yeah, and everybody but Mr. T and Hogan are dead.
Kind of sad to think about. Wait, Bob Orton's dead?
No, Bob Orton's not, but he wasn't in the match.
Not in this one.
He wasn't in the match. He was on the side.
True,
Piper,
fair enough.
Piper and Orndorff were in that match. Yeah. Number 7, Big John Studd versus Andre the Giant in a body slam match. There was no pins, no submissions. The match ended when you body slam someone. And both these guys weighed about 480 to 510 pounds. So yeah, this was actually a buyable match. And by the way, do you want to guess how long this match went for?
Probably 2 minutes.
No, it was 6 minutes.
Really? It didn't feel like that.
No, 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Exactly. Okay. So it was a body slam match for the sum of $15,000.
That would have been a lot back then, though.
Yes. 85, that's probably the close to like $100,000 now. The bag looks so weighed down. If you notice, like if you looked at the bag, it looked like it was weighted. It looked like there was like no money in there.
There really wasn't. There was like probably a couple, probably enough to like come out of the case towards the finish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, no, remember it was in a duffel bag. Didn't.
But I'm saying like there was probably enough in there to, you know, come out of the case at the end of the match.
Oh yeah.
Like the little that got thrown out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Isn't this match an ODQ match? Why was the ref like ready to disqualify him?
Because, you know, that's just how it ends up happening. Like, I even think today that happens, and it's kind of silly. Refs are dumb.
Yeah, it's kind of redundant. Those chops are not fair from Andre the Giant. It's like a frying pan hitting in the chest.
Would any chops be fair from Andre the Giant, though?
Who would you rather take one from, Andre or Big Show?
Do we know who had bigger hands?
Andre.
Rather take it from Big Show. Fuck, I'd rather take it from Flair if I had to pick.
By the way, it's kind of funny. Andre the Giant holds the record for the most beer drank in one sitting.
This is true.
42 cans.
How much? I doubt he was even that drunk.
Yeah.
You think?
What?
That he probably wasn't that drunk when he was finished.
Oh, no, because how would you get him back up into the hotel?
I believe his daughter even said he could hold his liquor.
Yeah. But very slow match, but for two bigs, this was actually really fun.
See, I wish Big Show was like this today.
Yeah, but now we gotta get ready for him to face Shaq.
You know, because that's what we need, right?
Hey, Big Show's retiring. Let him have his.
Did you see how slim he's gone, by the way?
Yes. Yes, I have. But,
holy cow, he's fucking slim. They should call him the Slim Show.
Well, it's a Slim Show. But no, he wins by body slamming Big John Studd, and then they take the money and throw the money into the crowd. And half of that was paper.
Oh, yeah, it was fake money.
It was the $1 Million Man's money.
That he kept from little kids.
Yes, that he kept from RVD and one of the Samoans. Match number 8, Wendy Richter versus Leilani Kai. This match was painful.
Yeah, this was not good women's wrestling.
No, I love Wendy. Wendy Richter brought out fucking Cyndi Lauper. Could be worse. Could have been Madonna. And Leilani Kai brought out Fabulous Moolah.
At least she brought someone out of notability.
Yes, it was a good technical match, but oh my god, so fucking slow. The match was 6 minutes and 15 seconds, and then you had a float over to get the win. That's all. I had a 4 out of 10. Just
You gave it, 4, solid 4. I was gonna say 3.5, but I'll give it a little push.
And now your main event. Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff with Bob Orton versus Mr. T and Hulk Hogan, brother.
Hulk Hogan!
No, wait.
Gonna do it anyway.
Not gonna say it.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
There we go.
Okay, so I got, by the way, that's uncensored on the network.
I know.
I got to that episode. And it's uncensored on the network. You just see Parker T's face, he's like, fuck me. He has a face of fuck me. I can't believe I just said that on national television.
Bruh.
And you have to see Sister Sherry's like, Don't worry about it. Okay.
Like I said, the story that came out of that was great because Hogan looks at him and goes, I may be one, but at least I'm a cool one. Just, okay.
At least Hogan was a good sport about it.
Oh, yeah, he even said that Hogan could have blackballed him and killed his career.
Well, he could have. He
Yes.
really could have. That's the scary thing.
What is it? Yeah, and then you had Hogan and then Jimmy Snuka, who was on his deathbed.
At this time?
No, now.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Snuka's got 6 months to live. I fucking miss Piper. Fucking loved Roddy Piper.
Dude, I'm watching old stuff from WCW and I'm like, I'm sad. 'Cause there's no reason not to love Piper.
Trying to think, they had a special bell keep. Guy to ring the bell. They had Muhammad Ali in this match. They had Liberace.
You know, throw out all the stops.
Really didn't have much in this match, but Hogan was doing stuff that he paid for. Pat Patterson must have been happy because Liberace was ringing his bell. Oh my.
Oh my.
I mean, come on. There's Pat Patterson gay, and then there's Liberace gay. Whole nother level.
Rocky gay, yeah. That is a whole nother level.
That's gayer than a plaid shirt in a softball game.
That's certainly
That's
a way to
more-
put it.
That's gayer than a shim. That's gayer than a transgender daughter trying to join the Boy Scouts. There you go.
Sure, well, we'll go with that one.
That's gayer than Bad Wrestlers Exposed ripping on a partially deaf person. And a full
We'll go
deaf
with that
and
one.
and a deaf and mute guy. Give me a fucking break. I'm not gonna start there. I want to go on a rant so bad about that.
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Oh, I already got banned from them. Like they're ever gonna fucking know who the hell I am. They can go fuck themselves for all I care. Because I'm sorry, you rip on a person for, you know what? We'll get to that. Let's finish this.
Let's.
I really have nothing because the match was kind of stale. Went 13 and a half minutes. Piper was ready to
13 and a half
get.
minutes of just kind of.
Piper almost got knocked out by Muhammad Ali. And Mr. T. But Orndorff got hit by Orton. And Hogan dropped the leg. No, Mr. T got the pin, right?
Yeah, I think so.
7 out of 10.
6.5 was all
Yeah,
right.
overall, liked it. It was a little over 2.5 hours, or 2 hours. I gave it a 7 out of 10 overall.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. There was more good. There was equally good and bad. But there wasn't not the worst thing I've seen.
No. And I don't know who's listening live, but I'm editing this part and putting this shit on YouTube because I'm sorry. Bad Wrestlers Exposed, you guys are a fucking bunch of assholes. I got banned, so what are they going to do to me? Delete me? For Christ's sakes. Okay, for those that don't know, Sean, I don't know if you heard this story.
I only saw your Facebook post, and like,
Okay.
I get why you're upset. I don't care.
Okay, well, I'll explain the story because not many people know. Get online this morning. Noticed that Bad Wrestlers Exposed put up a photo of Hush, Sea Bunny, and 4 other guys that I've never heard of. The wrestling banner show in 2 weeks. The wrestling for Banner. So okay, they got work. Banner, not really the greatest promotion. SWF, but it's getting itself worked out. We've been in talks with them, and they're talking to us, so we might have some fun going back and forth. What pisses me off is they were saying that these people were untrained talent, untrained ticket sellers. Now, I'm sorry, but the 4 guys that are in the 4-way, I don't know you. I don't know if you've been trained or not. So I can't go to bat for you guys or do anything like that. But Hush and Sea Bunny, I'm sorry, but I at least know that those 2 have been training for at least a year plus and have at least been busting their ass week in and week out trying to make themselves better. And I'm sorry, work is work. And if you haven't been in a ring, which granted we have not, but we've seen these guys progress, they should not be talking shit at all about what the fuck, how someone is a quote unquote bad wrestler. And then they put up a match of her in a fatal 4-way with, what's her name? Joyce Grace? The girl that was in CZW, the girl that was like the bodybuilder girl.
Yeah, I remember.
Jordan Grace, was that her name?
Something like that. Jordan Grace, I want to say.
Jordan Royce. Anyway.
Again, something like that. It sounds about right.
It was her, Solo Darling, and one other person. Sea Bunny was not ready for that match, obviously. But again, it's money. It's $20 is $20. Granted, I don't know how much you're getting paid, but anyway.
This is true.
It wasn't that great of a match. She knew that. She admits it. But to say someone's a bad wrestler and has been untrained from 1 match, give me a fucking break. And it's not like these guys weren't impressed because she wasn't throwing 50 super kicks. Fucking smarks.
True.
It's like, dude, Banner literally got Shane Strickland and not Muda. What's his name? You know the kid that faced Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic, the first round? Mm-hmm. Roman Reigns' cousin.
Yeah.
He's coming to SWF. He's coming to Banner shows. So it's like Banner's at least trying. But at the same time, how the fuck are you going to insult someone saying they're untrained and not proven when they won't get work? The fact that you're saying these people don't get, and people come to your website to see this, you're pretty much playing out slander. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if it's slander, but it's close to it. But I don't know. It's just these guys don't know what if you want to rip on a gimmick, that's fine. Gimmicks are supposed to be stupid. They're supposed to be made fun of. Don't rip on a person's ability in the ring. Right or wrong. I don't know. You got anything to add to that?
Nah. I think
No.
those type of pages are stupid, so not going to give it the attention they want.
Well, I got banned from it,
No,
so I
I
wouldn't give 2 shits anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even care if I got banned. I'm just not gonna. They're not worth giving the attention.
Yeah. But with that being said, we're done. Episode 51 in the books.
Sweet.
Yes. Follow us on Twitter at FNRonnie.
At SC Wrestle Guy. Pretty proud to
Follow
spell
us
that.
on Twitch, which we will be live every week.
At least you will. I make an attempt.
Best to not care about it than move on. Ben, it really doesn't matter. I wanted to air my grievances on this. It's something that bugged me today. This is all gonna get posted on Facebook. No edits. Fuck the edits. Because it's gonna go on iTunes Live. It's fuck it, do it live, and we're just gonna have fun. That's what we do. And that, follow us on Twitter at FNRonnie, at SC Wrestle Guy. Follow us on Twitch at the Nerdport Network or at the Nerdport. Follow us. Oh, and you. And what's yours?
Backslash Wrestle Guy. I'm pretty positive. Backslash that Wrestle Guy. I mean, specific.
Follow us on Facebook at the Nerdport Network. Buy our merch at teesprings.com / the Nerdport or / storefront / Twitch. I'll post the link and it's on the Facebook page. And I'll post it in the YouTube.
We got it.
Yes. With that being said, we will see you. I'm F and Ronnie.
I'm Spirit.
We will see you tomorrow for the Porties. Have a good night, everybody.
Later.